Welcome back to another video on Gearsaw Studios, and today I'm going to be showing off 23w31a, the first snapshot for 1.20.2, which is not 1.21, so no new features there. However, villagers are massively rebalanced in this, and a lot of changes that I'd consider controversial but very good, and that means we need to investigate what these changes are. So please like and subscribe, and let's investigate. Here we are at the Minecraft webpage for how this is all going down. And I'm going to just scroll through it because I noticed I spend way too much time in this section and lose a lot of viewers here. So we can see that diamond door generation is changed, waterlogging barriers, villager trading is now weaker, and librarians are very, very different now. Librarians' books are now based off of biome, and they can only sell certain preset ones, which means no more Fortune 3, no more Efficiency 4 or 5, and several other things. Naturally, this is going to upset a lot of the player base, but it's a necessary change for preserving the balance of the game, since 1.14 has made villagers much too, powerful. Everything is villager-centric, and that has luckily been changed. And we should look in game to see how this affects everything. Change number 1 to villager trading. You can only use curing once now. Although you can cure them multiple times, the benefits no longer stack. Which means no more having to cure everything 5 times so that we can give your Fletcher a stick and return a priceless gem. And of course, this is going to be kinda upsetting to many late game players who prefer having 1 emerald diamond pickaxes, but of course, this makes it a lot more user friendly by making it, more balanced, incentivizing you to grab your own resources occasionally, and a bunch of other things. And a quick fun fact about zombie curing, iron bars and beds nearby actually shorten the time it takes. And most people don't know that, but if you're planning on curing all your villagers again, or, only curing them once now, then this is the way to go, with iron bars and beds nearby. With said villager now cured, you can see that the pricing is a lot higher than it would be than what you could do with stacking. Because, hypothetically, this villager could be cured as many times as you want, but the price will always be the same. You can see the 32 is now 26, and that's unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view this, the lowest it will go. You can make it higher by hurting villagers and such, or you can make it go lower by trading with other villagers, trading with this one with different trades, or doing raids, which does heavily incentivize doing raids if you need a lot of resources from villagers. Now, we have our librarian villagers for a second change. And you may notice that these are all 7 variants of villagers, and you're confused why I have these. Well, here's the thing. Now, 7 select enchantments have been moved to only be from certain villagers, which incentivizes getting 1 of each. From the snow biome, it's Silk Touch. For the plains, it's Protection 3, not Protection 4. You'll notice this as a common trend. For the desert, Efficiency 3. I think it should be Efficiency 4 in my opinion. Swamps, Mending, which means you're definitely going to want a swamp villager because that's your only source of consistent mending now. From savannas, Sharpness 3 should be Sharpness 4. Unbreaking 2 from the jungle. And last, the taiga, which has Fortune 2. And although these might seem low level, where else are you going to get them? Enchanting tables? Because mending is still a treasure enchantment, so you're kind of stuck getting a swamp villager. The rest of these though are optional, and you could very easily just enchant stuff in order to get what you need. With the villager changes done, I've turned on an X-ray texture pack, not for malicious use, just for testing like this, and we can see that there are a lot of diamonds here. And this seems like a little bit more than normal most likely, and it's also lagging my game, but anyways, diamonds have had a significant increase in how common they generate, which means going to the very bottom of the world is now more effective for diamonds. And you can see if I go in a straight line here, sure, I might get unlucky and encounter lava, game freezing, you know, but I'm going to encounter diamonds quite a bit more common. Compared to 1.20 normal edition, this is going to be a massive improvement for those trying to get armor trims, although I consider it unnecessary as long as villager trading still gives diamond tools and armor. If they remove diamond tools and armor from the mix, then this would definitely be a nice change. Back to villagers, we have another major change I had to consider. Wandering traders are now useful for all players. I've always liked the wandering trader because he's provided things like cherry saplings and mangrove propagules, which are very hard to come by sometimes, but now he's a nice couple of emeralds. You can see a fermented spider eye, 3 emeralds. And yes, 1 diamond to 1 emerald is still a villager trade, unfortunately, but he now sells logs. You can sell him a hay bale for 1 emerald, and although most of these trades now lock at 1, the ones where he buys something from you, still, it's a nice free emerald or 2. You know, just some jacket potatoes, hay bales, water bottles, very simple things that you could easily get. And he sells logs now. You can get milk buckets, well, just go to your cow with a bucket, and now that's 2 emeralds. Which means these are all very nice deals. Not to mention, he sells enchanted iron pickaxes now, which is pretty nice. And although he might still not be the most powerful thing ever, except for this trade, still, he's nicely appreciated. He even sells invisibility potions for those trying to get into brewing, since fermented spider eyes, seemingly useless item, are used in the creation of invisibility potions. Which means this is very nice for balancing reasons and to teach new players about the game. For our final changes that I consider important enough, 1. You no longer fall through the world when having bad internet on the server, just needed to point that one out, very nice. 2. Barriers can now be waterlogged. I waterlogged this entire display. You can see how mismatched everything is when you're dealing with an invisible block. And 3. Commands are now saved when pressing the up key, and we can see saved commands are now saved. And of course that's a grammatical error, I meant to say these, but anyways, you can see if I press up, they'll display. Now if I leave the game and enter back in, and now I press up, it saves the commands I said earlier, although it doesn't save chat messages, but still, these are the commands I used for cleaning up the display after leveling up all the villagers, which is a very nice change, especially if you are looking back and forth between 2 models in creative mode. And with that, it's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment about your opinions on the new balance changes. I want to see this, and I've known at least 1 Mojang dev does watch these videos. I've gotten a comment before, which means your comments might change the game. You know, it's always worth a shot, and either way, it's nice to hear your opinions. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Gearsaw out.